I am in the village of Tustin, Michigan. An old lumber mill, it looks like. Let's see, let me show you a map where I'm at real quick. Yeah, part of the state that's not seen much. This is a very little town. Here's population history. Yeah, so the city's just kind of hung around 300, 400 people for over 100 years. Now the downtown is right up here. Post office is right there, by the way. Let's go take a look at this church. They've got several churches here, and I believe they were all built late 1800s, early 1900s. There's one there. Got a First Baptist church here, and right across the street there's another one. And this is a Swedish Lutheran church. It was built in 1887. Yeah, it is in really good condition for being that old, isn't it? Here is the fire department. Well, let me run you some numbers real quick. Here's the ethnic breakdown. 92% white, 2% Native American, 2% Asian, last 4% mixed race or other. Median household income, you ready for this? $88,750 a year. Yeah, they're making some money here. That's a little over $1,700 a week. Poverty, 16.8 overall. School-age children, 26. Retirement age folks, 15. That seems a little high, but look at cost of living. It's an 80. 20% lower than the rest of the U.S. Lower even than Michigan. Michigan's an 89. You can see that on the index there. Utilities, the highest at 102. Housing is a 49. That is the lowest. All right, so crime. Took a look at that. Last year, 2.7 incidents per 100 people. That compares to 2.3 for the U.S. A little bit higher. That translates into, if my math is right, about 7 crimes last year. Median home value, $108,600. So very reasonable prices for a home here. Well, that's just about it here. I'm going to show you 3 villages and 1 big city in this video. Oh, this is a bike trail that runs through the city, or the town, or the village. It's pretty nice. I actually saw some people out riding when I first got here. Yeah, so anyway, 3 villages, 1 big city. It's all coming up next. I am making my way into the village of Luther, Michigan. Here's a map. And population history. Peak population, 1890, 1,084 people. But it declined pretty quickly after that. And for the past 100 years, it's been around 300 to 400. Median age is 40, by the way, here. A little bit higher than the U.S. Median age of 39. I already drove through the downtown once. The first thing you'll notice is the American flags lining the street. They are definitely patriotic here. There's the library. Let's see what's on this side. Bank. I got a few things here. There's the post office right there. And I can see a church straight up ahead. Municipal Hall. What else we got? Yeah, the church right here. United Methodist. Let's take a look at a few houses. I'll run you some numbers. Here's the ethnic breakdown. 73% white, 26% Hispanic. That's pretty much it. 1% mixed. Here's the median household income. $58,125 a year. A lot less than the last town. That's still a little over $1,100 a week in a place where the cost of living is an 85. Transportation highest at 99, housing lowest at 57. All right. I'm not sure if that one is abandoned or not. Oh, that is empty. It's going to be auctioned, it looks like. If you get that for the right price, that might be a nice little place. What do you guys think? Let me do poverty real quick. 24.5 overall. School-aged children 25, 65 and older 18. Again, those are a little high, but cost of living's low. So, yeah, that one's probably sitting empty as well, isn't it? I've got a Dollar General here. It's a pretty good size one too. Appears to be the only place to do any shopping. And then straight up ahead here is the fire department. It's a pretty big fire department for a little town of less than 400, isn't it? This is the Fellowship Baptist Church. Second one I've seen. Okay, so crime, I took a look. 2.8 per 100 people last year. That translates into about 10 crimes total. And the median home value here is $107,800. Now, with that said, here's a house for sale for everybody to look up, or for some of you who want to look up. 313. Let me find the street. Yeah, there's the realtor selling it. 313 Garfield. Yeah. Someone look that up for the rest of us. Post it in the comments. And I'll pin it. I think we'd all be curious as to what a house like that would cost here. This looks like the place where everybody hangs out in town. North Bar. Daily food, drink specials, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Snowmobilers welcome. Yeah, that's right. They get some real winters here. Anyway, I wanted to give you a quick look at the other side of downtown. There's the North Bar again. Even though the sun is shining towards the camera here. Anyway, yeah. Pretty cool. Nice little town. I have arrived at the village of Kuster. Custer, Michigan. This looks like the downtown. Not a lot going on here, is there? Except for this sports bar. Even this looks like it's maybe not open. There's an old skating rink. Well, that brings back memories. Used to do a lot of skating when I was a kid. Now let's see what else they got here. I haven't showed you a map yet. Let me do that real quick. And then here's population history. 1960 peak population 365, down to 272 last census. Now, this cool old round building is for sale. Yeah, you can see it used to be a bank. Man, I would love a building like that. Across the street from the round building, that is the post office. There's a lot of closed up buildings here. It's full of stuff inside of them. This whole little building, all the stores are closed. You can just see them. You can just see they're piled with junk. Here's what looks like the old downtown. Wholesale meats. You can smell it too. Yeah, not much is happening here, is it? Let's see, median age is 36. Ethnic breakdown, 97% white, 1% Hispanic. Last 2% mixed race. And a median household income, $66,875 a year. That's not bad, $1,286 a week. Especially with the cost of living of $85. Transportation's the highest at $99. Housing's a $58. Well, the town looks pretty nice overall. Basically what you see all over. That's what the houses look like. Let me give you poverty real quick. 11.3 overall. 10 for school-aged children and 11 for 65 and older. Yeah, poverty is really good. And remember, the cost of living is low too. Town is named after General Custer, of Custer's last stand. Let's see, crime last year, 2.6 incidents per 100 people. A little higher than the US, 2.3. About 7 crimes total last year. And the median home value, $100,000 even. You can see that, can't you? This is the Grand River. What you're looking at is something called a fish ladder. And it's designed to be just the right height that fish that are migrating up the river, the height is just enough for them to jump as they make their way up. And there's several of these along the river. I'm in Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids, Michigan, named after rapids that were on this river that, alas, are no longer here because of numerous dams. I am reading, however, though, that they are going to bring these rapids back, because how can you not have rapids on the Grand River in Grand Rapids, Michigan? Am I right? This is a statue of Roger Chaffee. He was born and raised here in Grand Rapids. He was an astronaut on Apollo 1. Fortunately, he never made it into space. The craft exploded before they could get off the ground. There are a lot of trees here in Michigan. You really notice it when you're in rural areas of the state, especially in the Upper Peninsula. And because of that, in the 1800s, Grand Rapids became one of the premier lumber producers in the United States, if not the world. And, well, what do you make with wood? Furniture. So furniture makers from all over the world immigrated here to Grand Rapids and began making furniture, and Grand Rapids became one of the top furniture producers on earth, and it still is to this day. The city is actually nicknamed Furniture City. Now, I take you guys all over the South. There are Confederate monuments all over the South still, but occasionally we run into a Union monument. This is one right here. Celebrates many of the battles during the Civil War. There's Vicksburg, Mississippi, right there. One of the big ones. Yeah, it's always nice to see one of these. Did you know the world's largest open art festival is held right here in Grand Rapids? Yeah, it's called Art Prize, and, well, as the name means, it's an open art festival. Anybody who has created art can enter. And the prizes are the biggest in the world. Have you ever seen the movie Polar Express? Well, the train takes off from right here in Grand Rapids. Probably because the author who wrote the book, Chris Alsberg, is from right here in Grand Rapids. While the city is still a leader in the manufacturing of furniture, it has diversified into things like healthcare, retail, cars, car parts, and vacuums. Vacuums, you say? Yeah. Melville Bissell built his first vacuum factory right here in Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids was, or became, the top vacuum producer in the world. And Bissell is still based here, and they are the biggest seller of vacuums in the United States, maybe even the world. I'm wandering around the old part of the downtown, and it is, as you can see, quite beautiful. Very well maintained. Gerald Ford, by the way, former president, wasn't born here. He was born in Omaha, but he grew up here. And his museum, yeah, it is here in Grand Rapids, if you ever want to come visit. I'm going to go grab Nicole here shortly, but before I do that, how about if I give you some of the numbers of the city? Let's start with population. Peak population was 2024, a little over 200,000 people. Metro is about 1.2 million, so the city's actually quite a bit bigger than what you think it would be with only 200,000 people in the city. Median age is 32. Let's see, here's the ethnic breakdown. 57% white, 20% black, 17% Hispanic, 2% Asian. Remaining is mixed or other. You can play some chess out here on the street if you like, in downtown. How about median household income? $70,258 a year. That's $13.51 a week. It's pretty good. Look at Michigan, $69,183. Yeah, so incomes here are a little bit higher than the state. Poverty, 18.3. School-age children, 28%. 65 and older, 16. Those are all a bit high, but cost of living's low. It's a 92. Higher than the state of Michigan, which is an 89, but still lower than the U.S. Utilities a 102. Housing's an 89. All right. So there's all that. This park here in downtown is named for Rosa Parks. Here's a statue of her. And, of course, the bus seat. Pretty cool. The actual bus is in the Ford Museum just outside of Detroit. In my Detroit video, we actually videoed that. And I actually sat in the very seat that she sat in. Pretty cool. The event itself happened in Montgomery, Alabama. And I have done a video of that city. I touched upon the events in that video. I'm going to redo Montgomery pretty soon, so be looking for that. Okay, so I checked crime. Last year, 39.26 per 100K compared to the USA's 22.81. It's a little high. Not crazy high, but a little high. And median home value, $260,000. Michigan's $236,000. So a little bit higher than the state overall, but lower than the US. The US median home value is $340,000. We're at the Grand Rapids Public Museum.
It looks like it's under construction.
Yeah, this museum is supposed to have all kinds of Michigan related
All kinds of Michigan.
type stuff in it. So
okay.
let's go see what Michigan's about.
All right.
Furniture industry, first cabinet maker in Grand Rapids is William Haldane. 1837 set up shop, corner of Pearl and Ottawa. During the ensuing decades, Grand Rapids attracted increasing numbers of furniture craftsmen from all over the world. And Grand Rapids developed into the furniture capital of America by the 1880s. Buyers the world over came for furniture that was produced here. And it still ranks among the leaders in the industry.
Cool. Let's go check out
What do you think of that?
Well, I want to go check out some furniture then.
Right off the bat, we see some displays about cars. We are in Michigan, aren't we?
I want to ride the car. Should I ride the car?
I don't think you're the right size.
I'm tiny. I only weigh 110.
Yeah, all kinds of cool stuff here. 1932 convertible. The Vogue, I think. They even have a pedal car. They even have a parking meter. We're in a recreation of a Grand Rapids street. I guess 1800s.
I like the store.
I like this store too. Look up above. I guess that's someone's apartment. This is a printing shop. Job printing. Here's a soda fountain.
We gotta go in here.
Huh?
We have to go in here.
Yeah. 5 cents for ice cream. Cool.
On one side is the pharmacy, where you get your different medicines and whatnot. And then this side has a soda fountain, so you get ice cream, milkshakes, ice cream floats.
It's so funny. Why do you think they combine those two things?
So the pharmacy would be on this side, and the soda fountain would be on this side then. Interesting. And they would be together. Why? Because
Well,
the sodas were medicinal.
he said it was medicinal, and
Yeah.
so they made their own. Which one was supposed to help with the morphine addiction? You said
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. It had the had the cocaine in it, I guess, and it was supposed to help with the morphine addiction.
I'm sure it did. This is pretty extensive, isn't it?
This is cool. I'm glad we came here.
Yeah. It's like walking around the street at night, isn't it?
I really like it.
And of course they would have a gun shop.
Yeah, Seth would be in here for a while.
Outside of the recreation of Old Street, Grand Rapids. Horse-pulled trolley. Nifty, huh? Let's see if you can see inside it. There you go. This, believe it or not, is an old steam engine built in 1905. It was used to cut wood to build furniture with. Incredible, isn't it? This huge machine. It's basically a saw. Huh. It's the actual one too. I read that they found it in an abandoned furniture factory in a town near here. And so they just meticulously restored it. It's on display in the museum here. As the steam engine turned, it would power a series of belts, and come down here. There's a shaft right there that's continually turning and onto the factory floor, and it would power different machines like the saws to cut the furniture. They have a shark exhibit going on, and I'd never seen one of these. This is called a helicoprion. It's been extinct for almost 300 million years, but its jaw is like a buzzsaw. Isn't that crazy?
It said it used that to push the food down its throat, and then it also pushed old teeth out.
That's insane. This is a portable shrine built by Italian immigrants in the early 1900s. A little piece of Italy here in the city. This is a recreation of an old Polish bar. They had a lot of Polish immigrants come to Grand Rapids. A lot of them built furniture. We are heading towards a restaurant, and we get what?
Look at the snails.
Yeah.
They're cute.
Yep, the snails. We get to cross the Blue Bridge, pedestrian bridge. Crosses the Grand River. It's nice views here.
I'm riding a snail.
Huh?
I'm riding a snail.
You sometimes move at the speed of snail, so it's fitting. She does. She's really slow moving sometimes. They got a little bit of rapids left.
Yeah, a tiny bit. I was looking at them. They're not very grand.
Well,
Grand.
it's the Grand River. That's why it's called that, not Grand. No, the rapids are grand. Some of the residents of the Grand River enjoying their afternoon. Grand Rapids prides itself as being one of the top craft beer destinations in the United States. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah. And this is the home to Founders Beer. Founders used to be a craft beer. They still make craft beers, but they're kind of a big beer company now, and they're owned by some big Spanish company. But still, I've drank many Founders in my time. I'm a connoisseur of beer, as you know. So I'm excited, or I was excited when I saw that they have a restaurant here in Grand Rapids. And from what I understand, they have unique beers that they only sell in the restaurant. So we're going to go into Founders Brewing, the restaurant. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe get a cool drink of water before you go inside?
It's water.
Okay. Well, we're going to go in and have beer flavored water, so. I'm going to start with a KBS. That is one of the signature Founders beers. It is a bourbon barrel aged stout with coffee and chocolate mixed in. For an appetizer, we're going to start with the hot pretzel with some beer cheese. The pretzel is here, and it looks pretty darn good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I can't wait to taste that maple mustard.
Yeah, maple mustard and the beer cheese.
Yeah.
We have decided on entrees. I'm having the Backwoods Bastard. It's a sandwich, pulled pork, bacon jam, Dirty Bastard barbecue, coleslaw, fried onion on a brioche bun. And instead of fries, I'm going to have the Michigan apple salad, side salad. That sounds really good. Apples, mixed greens, dried cherries, sunflower seeds, apple cider dressing. I'm down.
Mine doesn't have a cool name like yours, but I'm having the Michigan apple salad. But instead, I'm going to take off the blue cheese because I don't like blue cheese. And I'm going to get a balsamic dressing, and I'm going to add blackened chicken.
Okay. Our entrees are here, and they look fantastic.
Yes, they do.
There's my barbecue sandwich, basically, and an apple salad.
I still can't believe that I can get that as a side. That's amazing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the dried cherries looks good. And You've got the same thing but bigger.
Yes, I got an apple salad as an entree. It's got sunflower seeds, cherries, onions, apples. I got blackened chicken on it. It looks so yummy.
So the thoughts on the food. First of all, I ordered a second beer. This is Mortal Bloom. It is a hazy IPA with lots of citrus and tropical flavorings in it, and it is amazing. You know, craft beer is just so good. I never understand people drinking plain, boring yellow beers like Bud and Miller Lite and Coors. Ugh. When there's so many great beers out there, this is one of them. My sandwich, I cut it in half. Show you a cross section of all the goodness there. I love apple salads. I eat them everywhere. If it's on the menu, I'll order an apple salad. This is one of the best apple salads I've ever had. Everything works. Green apple, the dried cherries, the onion all mixed in with the apple cider dressing. It is amazing. Really good salad. I'm glad I got it instead of fries. And I'm a guy that likes fries, but that is really good. You're eating the big version of it.
I know, you keep stealing my thunder. But anyway, no, I love the apple salad too. Of course, I changed it up. I took out the blue cheese and I did balsamic vinaigrette dressing. But I also put on the blackened chicken, and they even did that perfectly. Nice and juicy. Sometimes I worry about getting chicken because it'll come out dried sometimes. But this is nice and juicy chicken, and yeah, the salad is amazing. Everything's super fresh.
We have ordered dessert. It is carrot cake with a pineapple / cream cheese frosting, and it looks like caramel, and it looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? Yes or no?
I'm sorry, I was still staring at it. So yes, it does look awesome.
Wow, can't wait to dig into this. This carrot cake is off the chain.
Oh my God, you did not.
Am I allowed to say that?
No, you're about 30 years too old to say that.
Ah, that sucks.
And about like 10 years too late. Nobody says that.
Okay, well, it's really good.
Okay. Well, we got the gist.
I'll say the boring version of it. Yeah, really good. You can taste the pineapple in there. That's what intrigued me. I love carrot cake, but having pineapple mixed in sounded really amazing. And it is. It's really good. Fantastic. This place has amazing food.
Oh, it really does. It has great food. It's got a great atmosphere too.
Yeah.
But about the cake, I loved it. It's super, super moist. And yeah, the sauce was something different on it, but I love the sauce. It was like pineapple-y something, but I'm not sure.
Well, it tastes like caramel too.
Yeah, it's a combination of something, but definitely you can taste the pineapple in it. And of course, cream cheese icing, you can't go wrong with that. Yum.
Yeah, and this place is busy. It's hopping right now.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, here's the tab. 77.65. Not too bad. A couple beers, appetizers, or one appetizer, that is to say. A couple entrees and dessert. Not bad, huh?
Not at all.
Really good food here. So if you are in Grand Rapids, totally recommend it. All right, everyone, that's the end of this one. We are heading south into Indiana.
All right, Indiana.
Yeah, that's coming up next. We will see you there.